What is up, guys, and welcome to an updated Evil Eye deck profile. Now, Evil Eye is a really cool, really cheap, and really kind of just a really good deck in general. If you didn't know, it's an OTK control strategy. So you want to OTK your opponent, obviously, as quickly as possible, while also controlling the game board and the game state constantly. Because honestly, we rely on Surgials and Normal Summon, that's about it. Then we back it up with a bunch of spell and traps, and that's about it. And then we OTK with him or one of our links. So it's a really cool deck, really cheap, and it's really hard to play against. Like, if you don't know how to play against it, your opponent's going to have a rough time trying to countering this deck, so it can take a bunch of games really easily, shockingly. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. We're running, of course, the 3 CZO. He is your main deck boss monster. He is pretty cool. On summon, you can add, well, on normal summon, you add any Evil Eye card from your deck to your hand, so anything, trap, spell, monster, it's really good. Except for himself, obviously. Then it also, if he's equipped with an Evil Eye of Selene, which this deck rotates all around, around those equip spells, you can target one special summon monster your opponent controls and destroy it. So, you know, there's that, but it's targeting and destruction. So, I mean, it comes up, but it's something that the main meta is very not weak to. Medusa. She basically allows on normal someone to recycle an Evil Eye card from your graveyard, so it's really cool that way. And then she has a DD Crow effect if she's equipped with an Evil Eye of Selene, so she's not the best, but she comes up. That's what we run it at 2. And then our last 2, we run 2 of the Basilisks, because if you control an Evil Eye monster, you can special summon him, of course, so he's an innate special summon on summon, and also you can mill an Evil Eye card to the graveyard. And also our other Evil Eye is the other familiar. He can special summon himself from the graveyard. So, you know, he comes up mostly just for that niche effect. They're mostly extenders here to get to your Evil Eye link monsters. Now, for spells, because, oh boy, there's a lot of them along with traps. The field spell, Panadonia, on activation adds an Evil Eye card, not card, but monster from your deck to your hand, so it's easy, so you can easily search everything from your deck. That's why we're not running too much of everything besides Surzial, so yeah. And then once returned during damage calc, if your evil monster is attacked while this is on the field, you can make your opponent take the battle damage as well, so it helps you get just more into the OTK range. And then if this card in the field zone is destroyed by a card effect, you can target one Evil Eye monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So it floats back into an Evil Eye when it blows up. So really good there. Next, the main star of the show, 2 Evil Eye of Selene's. Equip only to an Evil Eye monster. It cannot be destroyed by battle or opponent's card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. So this gives a good blanket to all your Evil Eye monsters, make them hard to out by any generic means. Then each time you activate an equip monster's effect, or you activate another Evil Eye spell or trap card, the equip monster gains 500 attacks, and if it does, you lose 500 life points. So you basically spend life points to take life points. You basically turn one of your big monsters into a big OTK machine. So yeah, it's cool. And also, the attack gain remains even if this gets like MST'd or removed, so it's permanent. And if this card is in your graveyard, you can pay 1,000 life points, then banish one Evil Eye spell trap from your graveyard, and then you can set this card. So it has an insane floatability. It always keeps coming back. Next, we run its counterpart, Evil Eye of Gorgonino, I think. Equipped to only an Evil Eye monster, of course, and then you can equip Evil Eye at once per turn. If this card becomes Eye of Selene's name while it's equipped, so that is really good, cool there. And then while your life points are lower than your opponent's life points, your monster gains the equal to the difference. So you basically, if you pay all your life points with Evil Eye Selene going to Gorgonio, you basically can make a big beater, or it's just insane. Then you can banish the card from your graveyard and discard one Evil Eye card and add one Evil Eye spell or track from your deck to your hand. So it becomes a searcher also while it's in the graveyard. So insanely good. Evil Eye Awakening, running that too. Because, like I said, this entire deck is searchable. Special summons an Evil Eye monster from your hand or graveyard, or if you control an Evil Eye of Selene, you can special summon it right from the deck, so it's just a way to get more Evil Eye presence. It's insane. Next, a little one-off niche cards. We have one, Repose. Repose is actually really kind of cool. After this card, you can banish one Evil Eye card from your graveyard, draw one card, so it allows you to kind of fix your dead hands if you have one. Honestly, then once return after damage calc, if your Evil Eye monster equipped with this Evil Eye Selene attack an opponent's monster, you can banish this opponent's monster, so it's just a way to get rid of it instantly. Then if this card in the spell trap card is destroyed by a card effect, you can target up to 3 your banished Evil Eye cards, return them to the graveyard, so there's a lot of recycle your banished stuff. We have one Evil Eye Confrontation. It is basically your MST Cosmic Cyclone for the deck. It's just really cool. Out, you know, a lot of problematic bull crap like Skill Drain. And then, of course, we have one Evil Eye Reemergence. It makes an Evil Eye token, and so Allows you to extend from there. And then also you can banish this card from the graveyard. You cannot, your opponent cannot target any of your Evil Eye spell and trap cards, so gives you a little blanket effect there. Next, for a bunch of generic spell cards, of course we run Extravagance, because besides the Evil Eye Link monsters, we really don't go into any other Link monsters. Occasionally we do, but mostly we're going to be OTKing with what's in the deck built. So banishing 6 cards from an extra deck is no big problem. And also, like I said, we don't really special summon that much, so honestly, Pod Duality, really freaking good in this deck, because mostly you're going to be, say, normal summoning Surreal, equipping it, and setting a bunch of back row and passing turn. So honestly, that is your ideal turn 1 setup. So Power Duality is just really good. Our only other spell card is a Starlight Rare Terraforming from the OCG. Look, I just threw it in here because it looks pretty. But yeah, 1 Terraforming starts out, of course, your Parademonium. You know, it's just really cool. Plus, Starlight Rares always look pretty. Yeah. For traps, there's a lot of them. Retribution, this is your spell trap Infernity Barrier built in for the archetype. If spell or trap card is activated while you control an Evil Eye monster, negate the activation if you destroy it. And if Evil Eye Selene is in the spell and trap card, this card's effect cannot be negated, so it becomes a spell speed 4 in a sense if you control Evil Eye Selene. So insane. The other 2 Evil Eye traps, we won 1 Mesmerism. If when your opponent special summons a monster, activate this card by targeting one of those special summon monsters. Its attack in attack position with attack less than an Evil Eye monster you control, and then you take control of it. So yeah, it's basically a crackdown for Evil Eye. So it's pretty cool. And also Evil Eye Selene, it counts as an Evil Eye monster. So never a bad thing. Next, we have Evil Eye Defeat. If you control an Evil Eye monster, target 1 monster on the field. Up to 2 if you control Evil Eye Selene. It is in your spell trap card, and it compulse them. So it just adds them back to the hand. Yeah, not deck. So insane. Now, generic traps, because there's a lot of them. And like I said, control deck, we want a lot of them. 3 Solemn Strike, I think, honestly, of all the Solemn Brigade stuff right now, it is honestly the best Solemn card, because negating monster summons and effects is really important right now. Judgment is always a good option too if you prefer that, but Strike, honestly, I think is the work best. Plus, you strike someone, you have the combo set up where you gain the life points difference. You just give your monster a free 1,500 life point, SA attack point boost. So never a bad thing there with Strike. 2 for 1 with Strike. Of course, our only hand trap we run in the deck is, of course, Imperm. Like I said, monster effect negation is really crucial in this format. So honestly, Imperm is just really freaking good in that point. Next, we have 2 D-Barrier. Third is Inside. If you side it, is an option. D-Barrier kills so many meta decks right now. It hurts Branded so much. Unfortunately, it doesn't hurt the Adventure package that much, but honestly, this card is good against just anything else. Like if you're fighting just still PK or something like that, D-Barrier hurts. It hurts so much for most decks. Like, it's insane. And of course, if you don't want to deal with DPE or Dragoons or anything like that, you can stop that in this tracks as well. And then the last 2, we have 2 Ice Dragon Prisms. Honestly, insane card this format. Target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your side of the field, but its effects are negated. Then you can banish 1 monster from both players' fields that have the same type as that. So it's just a nice little 2 for 1, honestly, with that. So really cool. That is it for the main deck. We can swing over into the extra deck now. Like I said, extra deck is... It don't matter because you're going to be extravagancy most of it besides your Link monsters. But like I said, some of this stuff does come up and it's really niche and cool. Like Dark. Dark is one of the most broken Link monsters right now in this format because so many things are dark and it's just nuts. So Dark is insane. We run 2 Nightmare Phoenix because, of course, we like blowing up back row. Back row is still a prevalent thing in this format, along with, say, run its brother. Unicorn. A Unicorn is just good for spinning things, getting just good body on board, especially since you can go into it with the IP combo, so we run 2 IP as well. Basically, we just rely on the, say, Nightmare package, mostly. Then we have, of course, 1... Crusadia Avermax for our big OTK machine. Then we do run, of course, the 1 Unchained Abomination because it's a fiend. We can make it. It kind of works around that only fiend special summoning that we can get locked into sometimes. And of course, he's an insane card, so why not? So that is it for our like generic like Link package. Now we have, of course, our main links. Of course, we have 3 Medusa. This is the card we're gonna be going mostly into to do our OTK and our big pushes. Yeah. It's insane. It gains 100 attack for each Evil Eye card with different names in your graveyard, and there's going to be a lot of them, trust me. They stack up really fast. And if this card is equipped with an Evil Eye Selene quick effect, can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, negate the effects and until the end of the turn. So monster effect negation is actually insane. And It's a quick effect. So a disruption on your opponent's board with all your back row, it is insane. Like this with a bunch of back row is actually the ideal thing. Surgical, of course, is another option because Surgical is just good as well, especially with his negation. Because you can stress special summon monsters. Really cool. It's nuts. Then and then, of course, during the standby phase, of course, he has to destroy one monster, but that really doesn't come up because, see, Medusa, I meant not Medusa, but Gorgon, honestly, the best one. Then, of course, we have to mention the big daddy, the big extra deck boss monster, of course, is Zerziel, the ruler of the Evil Eye. He's not as good as Gorgon, honestly, in my opinion. I think he's still kind of cool, but honestly, this is cool. But if he was Link Summon, use any monster with 2500 or 2500 or higher attack, which most likely will be your Gorgon or any. It can make a second attack during each battle phase, so he can also push for game extremely easily. And then, if this card is equipped with an Evil Eye Sling, quick effect can target one of your card your opponent controls, destroy it, and you only get effects, so uses the effect once per turn. Then, of course, you have the standby phase. You can target one. You have to negate the effect monster this card current is pointing to. So honestly, you can negate the effects too with say a zone he points to, but that hardly comes up because once your opponent figures out how to go around it, they'll tend to avoid the zone that he points to, which did come up a couple times, but not big deal. Mostly I just went to Gorgon because I think Gorgon is just, it's a Link 2 and it can get huge and you can back it up. But that is it for Evil Eye. It's an insanely cool, unique, fun deck. Honestly, if this deck gets a little bit more support, it could honestly become a good contender for just a rogue category. I mean, it's still rogue, but I would say it's just fun rogue. But this has been my updated Evil Eye deck profile. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below on what you think of it. Also leave a like. Leave a like and subscribe while you're down there as well. Help support the channel. We're at 1,500 subscribers and we're trying to push for 2,000. So any subscriber will definitely help. And also thank you again for stopping by and watching the video as always. But until my next video, hope you guys are staying safe and staying healthy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.